Holy fucking shit.
Am I behind?
Year.
Go, monkey ball. Woo! Oh, wait.
Oh, it's fucking happening. Holy shit.
Hello, everyone, to EiEi Podcast. It has been a bit of time since we've done the last one, but there's a reason for that. But before we do that, I am Ninjastar Compass, channel named Ninjastar Compass. Who's next?
I'm Jonii from
No. I get to go next.
Okay.
You know the order, peasant. All right. My name is GregCubed, and I love monkeys inside of balls. And I'm not talking sphere.
All right.
I'm Jonii from the YouTube channel Jonii. My name is Jonii, and I screamed very loudly when I saw the thing that we'll talk about.
And I'm Pixel Pursuit. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. And I also was very excited by the recent Super Monkey Ball announcement.
I'll jump in and say I was not excited at all. Actually, I'm crying about it. I'm just kidding.
Hot take. Greg was very upset.
I actually hate monkey balls. In the beginning, there was monkey. That's all. I'll start us off with that.
Well, it's more like in the beginning there wasn't monkey, right?
I don't
There
know.
wasn't a lot going on.
There was just ball. In the beginning, there was ball. Actually, if you want to be
Ball.
technical.
Wasn't even.
There's the beat.
Okay, so if you haven't heard, you might need to get your ears checked. Anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good joke here.
You haven't heard. You're not a true fan of Banan. During Nintendo's E3 presentation, Donkey Kong fans were sorely disappointed because the only monkey-themed game that was shown off was the man, the myth, the legend, EiEi in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which is a remake of the first 3 Monkey Ball games, 1, 2, and Deluxe, aka the only ones that everyone can agree are good, and we were excited about that.
And one of those was just 1 and 2 put together. That's saying a
That's the
lot.
funny part.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, Deluxe can't really be considered the third game.
They were really
Yeah.
stretching to put a third good game in there.
Yeah, it does seem like everybody refers to it as the first game. But anyway, so yeah, me and Jonii reacted to it when it happened live. I'll play Johnny's clip right here because it's very funny.
Oh, it's fucking happening. Holy shit. Was the leak real? Holy fucking shit. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, no, the leak was real.
Johnii was very excited. I was very excited too. But this is pretty big news, as you might, guess, because it's Monkey Ball, and we like Monkey Ball. If you don't know that, I don't know why.
I suppose another reason is Monkey Ball. When we started the podcast, Monkey Ball was in kind of a weird limbo state where. Had Banana Blitz HD come out yet, or was it just announced or something?
It had already been out for
it
months.
was.
Okay, it was long
announced.
out.
Plus it was out. Okay.
So essentially, the last Monkey Ball game to come out was a very kind of I don't want to be too mean. A very half-assed remaster of a game that not many people liked initially, and then we got quite a bit of radio silence or near radio silence. So we were really, and before that, it had been like 7 years since a proper game. So you can understand we were not particularly optimistic about the future of Super Monkey Ball, despite the postings of one Brian Matt hinting that we maybe should be.
Hell, even with this remake announced, I'm still not optimistic about the future past this.
Honestly,
You want to be for real?
It's kind of interesting because at least half of the podcasts we've done so far, I've basically just been half speculation about what the next game is going to be. So finally having the knowledge of what the next game is going to be is kind of nice. It's like a nice conclusion.
We've finally got something tangible to actually talk about now.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
okay,
sorry, I see how it's gonna be.
Sorry, I am merely squared. You are cubed.
Thank you for understanding the hierarchy here. Now, what was everyone's initial reaction to seeing the leak for the first time?
I was very. I think most of us had the initial the second you saw it was the Mon design, you had that second of oh come on, and then the second you looked at the rest of it, you're wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think you remember when I came in the chat, I was like, pain.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the immediately thing I saw was the modern AA just
Yeah.
looking at me, and I was like, oh, come on. But then I saw the art style, and I was like, this looks like the monkey ball I know.
Honestly, within like a minute, I was like, okay, I'm hyped. This was epic. I gotta
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, first I noticed the modern EiEi, and then I noticed fucking amusement park, and I was like, wait, hold on a second now.
Yeah. Honestly, the most disappointing part of the leak was the box art, honestly. I feel like that's like very okay.
You didn't like EiEi's creepy looking hand?
Like, I like the
Oh god,
background.
I'm just now noticing that. Why does he have a human hand?
Like, I like the background. I just like, I just don't like the eye pose that much. It looks a bit off.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't really know if I like the background. I think it's a little bit like, I don't know, there's too much going on with it.
You mean the T-posing doctor doesn't add to it? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's very placeholder.
do we
I
have the Japanese box art? I feel like
We
I
do.
saw it.
Aya does a nice wink in it. It looks kind of epic. I don't know. It looks slightly better.
I think I prefer the name of the Japanese version because it's
Yeah.
actually called like 1 and 2, like remaster or something, isn't it? Rather than
it-
just Banana Mania.
Isn't that
I think
funny
the-
that the Banana Blitz HD in Japan got like the random name, yet we got Banana Blitz HD, but for this game we get Banana Mania and they get 1 and 2 remake as the name?
Oh
Is
my
that kind of
God,
funny?
I didn't even notice
The
that. That
ops.
is funny.
I think the worst thing about the box art is AA is grabbing for banana, but there's a giant ball in the way of him grabbing it. How does this work? Can his hand just like
Yeah,
reach through it like it's transparent?
It's just gonna like roll off the ball. Like
yeah,
I
you
don't
can't
think,
grab it.
I don't think that's ever been truly explored in the Monkey Ball games. How do they collect the bananas? Does the ball have like a little compartment?
This is true. This is
Future podcast topic. We'll put a pin in it.
yeah. So
The
what?
yeah.
ball absorbs its nutrients.
I think as soon as we, because I was going to hold off on looking at the leak, but I got too tempted, so I looked
Yeah.
at it, and I think at that point we were pretty. I mean, obviously we knew like Nintendo's conference was the next day, but we were
Yeah.
hungry for info at that point.
I was super like optimistic about Nintendo's E3. I'm like, they had to have Monkey Ball there, and then literally like an hour after we had a whole conversation about it, it got leaked. I was like, okay. Like,
Yeah, that was
Let's-
pretty epic.
I didn't think Monkey Ball to leak. I didn't think it was big enough to have a leak.
No, that was wild, and to see people actually talking about it too, which I think that might be something we can talk more about later after talking about the trailer. Is that so far the response seems to be pretty good to the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've seen quite a lot of people talking about it that wouldn't normally even be interested in Monkey Ball, so that's nice.
Yeah, definitely a bigger response than the last remaster that we got.
So how long until we talk? I guess we should talk about the reveal, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched the reveal. I was I was at work, and I just had a headphone in watching the E3 or whatever. And yeah, I was watching. I was like, oh, this looks really good. And then I saw it. I saw the jump, and my heart sank. I was like,
we can
oh.
we can hold off on that for
oh
a second.
no.
Hold off on the jump discussion.
Well,
All right, that was
we'll
my
live life
reaction.
be there. I know somehow we're gonna get there.
So
Thanks,
Johnny,
hi Johnny.
so if anyone's seen my reaction, basically I was literally behind in the stream. I was with Aaron watching it, whatever, and I was behind in the stream. So I hear them react, and I'm like, okay. And then so then I go forward in the stream. I see it's Monkey Ball. I'm like, okay. And then once I saw it was deluxe, I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll get into that. We'll talk about that later. But anyway,
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that it was deluxe was very interesting. And then obviously I was hyped, and then jump, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it seems like they're probably going to be taking a lot of the elements from Deluxe in terms of like having every level in one big sort of marathon. Like that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, which is cool. I like, and again, we can touch on it a little bit more later, but I do enjoy how the challenge mode also gives you the option to split between 1 and 2 specifically.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
does
That's
it?
better than Deluxe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
awesome. Let's
don't know. Is there anything left
go.
to talk about? I feel like we should just straight up move on to the
Yeah,
controversy of the trailer.
I think.
Oh,
we're good. Did we want to start with Gongon's little hop?
Yeah.
Because he hopped. It was more than a little hop. That was a full-on jump.
Yeah, okay, it's
Oh,
funny
my
because you see him you see the first jump, right? He kind of falls, and you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't a jump, and then you see him start a second jump. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
So there were like 2 full days of extended panic, where it's like, what if we can turn this off?
Like, there's no denying it. It is a jump.
It's definitely a jump, but I almost definitely think that this jump in is going to be a separate mode entirely. In fact, they've confirmed that now, right? That the jump in isn't in the base game.
Leaderboards at all.
Spoiling the timeline.
Right.
Yeah, I believe what day in was that? They after
like day 2, I think.
I was gonna say after at least a full day of panic, they said like, hey, for beginners, you can unlock jumping, which is an optional feature that is off by default, and the world rejoiced.
Exactly, yeah. So that kind of like just solves the controversy of the trailer.
And I'm not even mad about that, honestly. Like, I think that's a pretty good feature for beginners, especially if it doesn't affect leaderboards, which it doesn't, which is a great call.
Yeah. I honestly feel like that was the best case scenario, because you're just giving another feature at that point.
Yeah, I prefer it being in the game separately. Like I like that's in the game, but like a separate dumb, stupid mode you can mess around with.
It's like Super Monkey Cube. You don't want that to be the default, but you know, if it's there.
You know, I think, speaking of which, there's a lot of cool modes that they've sort of shown off that I think it gives it, like, there's things, okay, so I'm going to say this. So there's things, I think, in the original 2 games that'll always give that value to me. You know, the original menu aesthetics, all the little... I think the physics are probably not going to be 1-to-1, so I'll probably always have, like, the GameCube games for that. But these are going to have so many new modes that just bring so much life to this. The no-touching banana mode, the start at the end and go backwards mode. This looks so cool. I'm hyped for that.
That's kind of the cool thing that I thought with those modes is it's like, on one hand, it's like, oh, these are like easy modes to develop. Like, these are not difficult additions. But on the other hand, the fact that they're even doing it is going to add a lot of longevity, because a lot of previous games, I feel, were very... Like Banana Blitz HD. Banana Blitz HD is a very bare bones kind of package. This... Having those extra modes, I feel, is going to give this a lot more longevity, in addition to all the content from the original games.
Definitely, it just adds so much replayability, which is something that was completely missing from Banana Blitz HD. Like, once you had gone through that game one time, there was really no reason to go back.
Exactly, yeah.
Speaking of
separate modes, I just want to interrupt to say real quick. Was my mic on ear rape mode that whole time?
It was like a bit weird, but that was it.
Yeah, I had my gain turned way up, so I apologize. Okay.
You're good.
We're good.
It's okay. Anyway, so speaking of separate modes, we should probably talk about them. So the first one that was, the first one that we knew about was shown in the Japanese trailer for Banana Blitz, whatever, Banana Mania, whatever. But anyway, it was it was like the raw and banana mode or something, which is a very interesting mode. It's like basically how it works is that you have like the normal stage, except you can't touch the bananas, so you basically have to go down like a very specific path in the level, trying to avoid the bananas, which is kind of interesting.
I do have to wonder if it was inspired at all by all the runs people have been doing, where it's like, oh, don't touch a coin in Mario, don't touch a banana in Donkey Kong Country or whatever.
Probably because people have done that for Super Monkey Ball, haven't they? Like, they've tried to go through the game without touching bananas. I don't think it's possible, though, is it? I think they've always failed those runs.
This is a slight... This is a slight tangent, but I remember there's like a video somebody did where they tried to... It was like, can you beat Super Monkey Ball 2 without touching a banana? And like in the 3rd level, it's not possible. And I was like, why'd you even make this a video, dude? Like, it kept going for another like half hour after that. I was like, okay.
I have to wonder if they'll make some adjustments just to make it feasible at that point. You'd have to assume so.
Well,
yeah, definitely. I mean, they've already shown levels where there's like way more bananas than what was in the original game, so they've definitely been messing about with banana placements.
Yeah, like the like in the level, it's in the boiling pot with like the like the little triangles you gotta go over. Like they already showed that like they blocked off one path completely. So you have to go down like the harder path for that mode.
Oh, interesting.
So I
yeah,
can see
that's going to be a good mode. I'm looking forward to that.
It's gonna almost be like in Sephiroth when they placed all like the stone tiki things and you have to like dodge those. Except it's like you have to dodge them.
Yeah, it is like that. Yeah.
Except it's like fun.
Yeah. In Stefano, it's more of like a way to try to make the Wii remote controls somewhat better, but there's only so much you can do.
This game is just a bonus.
But yeah. And then and then another mode that we've seen, which I guess we might as well go down all the modes at this point. Another one we saw was the reverse mode, which we've seen very briefly, but we know it exists. Which is you start at the end of the level and then you have to go back to the beginning of the level, which is kind of interesting.
I feel like there's definitely some levels that's not gonna work at all.
What do you mean? You don't want to heal it backwards? What do you mean?
How are you gonna start on like Long Taurus? Like, how is that gonna work?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I actually got the wrong impression about that mode then, apparently, because I was thinking that mode was just a mirror mode. Not that you actually started at the end of the stage and had to work back to the beginning.
Yeah,
I thought it was just like a flipped thing.
Yeah, they showed footage in, was it Expert, 2 in Monkey Ball 1. They showed that when they started, the red gold spot. And then I have to go back.
Okay, so that's actually much more interesting than what I thought it was.
Nope, it's, it's that.
Huh.
Which is,
Yeah.
I find that the
That's
like
probably
Greg
mode.
said, some of that's gonna be for the very downward type levels. That's gonna be interesting.
I feel like it's gonna be very picky and choosy, and then even then, they're probably gonna have to slowly modify certain levels for that to be possible.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
like trying to
That'd
do
still be
expert
God.
7 backwards is gonna be.
Oh, I hope that's a mode because
I was
think that
just
one's
about
possible.
to say.
I mean the only issue would be
Oh,
the
that's
staircase part, which they could just edit. So
Yeah, maybe
that's
they'll
true.
do little things like that. I just had the thought, how are they gonna do launchers?
Oh,
You just
no.
have to make sure you can get your way down and then launch yourself onto the goal.
Maybe
That
they
sounds
probably just won't do it.
Yeah, I feel like
How
some of
did-
the more stupid levels won't be there, but we might see. We'll see.
Stupid.
Yeah, maybe they'll
levels.
curate it a little bit. I'm not sure.
I'm upset that we're probably not. Or do you think we'll see the GameCube level in the Switch version?
Which one? That's a question we can get in. I guess we can talk about that now. Might as
Yeah, so that, I mean, considering it's multi-platform, they might do the deluxe thing where they swapped it for a different level.
well. For dice, it's possible every version's just the dice, but
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on how far they're gonna go for attention to detail.
I was gonna say, someone already pointed out, they're definitely fine with at least altering some levels because someone posted the level that's the Amusement Vision logo, and it's not that anymore. It's a picture of a banana now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're definitely going to be editing levels like
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
sad but understandable.
No, actually, I don't understand why. Because I mean, AV, even though it's not a thing anymore, it's still owned by Sega.
It's so
So,
technically not a
like-
company anymore, but it's kind of just weird to have a
I mean, it'd be kind of weird,
non-existing-
but I mean, people understand.
I thought it would have been a cool callback, but what are you gonna do, I guess?
Oh, I mean,
Here's the real question, though. What is the website going to be in URL?
Oh yeah, I hope they add a new website.
iisfeedpix.com.
we'll see.
OnlyFans/AA.
Just something really sketch. Persona.com.
Oh no!
ShinMegamiTensei.com. Let's go.
Hell no!
It's kind of funny because SuperMonkeyBall.com is still defunct. It doesn't redirect the new website. It's just
Sure.
still defunct.
What if it's a link to their Twitter page?
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. It really depends.
That'd be really strange to see the word Twitter in a.
It has to be able to fit within the level. I doubt they're gonna extend it or
That's true.
shrink it to fit whatever. So it's gonna be whatever fits there.
I guess we'll see what they end up doing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that shows that they're fine with modifying levels if a reference is outdated. So I'm kind of wondering if there would be any other levels they would do something similar to.
I know what they've done for a couple levels is kind of related. Is that some levels have the timer slightly extended. Like Expert 7 is now 90 seconds instead of 60
Oh
seconds.
come on!
Oh,
no,
thank
they
God.
can't
Oh,
do
really?
that.
No,
Oh,
it's
you guys are all
actually
happy for
bearable
it.
now.
It makes me sad, but I understand it because Expert 7 is such a brutal level. It makes sense to slightly extend it
what?
just to make it a bit more, it's not it's still not an easy level by any
You
means.
know what?
At
I'm
least
all
it's
for-
more accessible. So
I'm all for this change because I hate experts.
I don't know. I would rather they kept it just as difficult, but just moved it to master. That would have been better, I think.
But then it's not effective though. Like, what would you put there?
That's
I
true.
I don't know.
I like
A GameCube level.
honestly,
Yeah,
I feel like
why not?
I feel like it only needs 10 more seconds. I guess 30, whatever, just be safe. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I wonder if
think-
that
I
means
think
they're
it
gonna
was-
within
adjust-
3 seconds.
I wonder if
Oh.
they're going to adjust the levels that had 30 seconds in Monkey Ball 1 then. Because there was quite a few levels where it was 30 instead of 60. Maybe they'll all have 60 now, just to make it all the same.
I feel like a lot of them don't need that though, which is why they're 30 in the original.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
I feel like a lot of them are fine. Like I can't think of any level where it's like, oh man, this level's 30 seconds. I wish it was 60. Like I can't think of.
Yeah,
any.
honestly,
I think there's one.
Oh, sorry. I was
There's
gonna say,
one
I
level
think
in Monkey Ball 2 that that is like a 30-second one, and I think it should be 60. I can't remember what it's called. It's that one where you go into like this big square that's moving around, and there's loads of balls that keep knocking into
Oh,
you.
that one. That one.
yeah.
Yeah, that should be 60 seconds.
That's
I don't think
pot,
so.
yeah.
I always finish
Really?
that one
I struggle
first
with
try
that
it.
one.
I always
That's-
run out of
that's
time.
Really?
when I play the casual
How?
game.
I
Every
literally
time.
go in, I literally just hold it in like a certain direction, and I just get it every time.
Yeah, it's because you
Greg,
know what to do, but if you
I
don't know what
know
you're doing,
Okay, yeah.
then it's impossible.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of wondering if Expert 7 is like an edge case where they're like, oh, a bunch, like this is the really infamous Monkey Ball level, we should maybe alleviate it a little bit, or if it's kind of going to be a universal, like, hey, it would be more accessible if we upped the times a little bit, sort of
It's
like how they've made it easier to get extra lives in the previous games.
Yeah, I know. I know Flat Maze is also longer, which is good because that level felt like it should have been like 90 seconds.
Flat maze I just skip. I don't even know how to do it.
like literally, Flat Maze, like the only way I've ever done it is by like skipping over stuff. So I don't know if it's even like programmed like correctly.
There is a way
So-
to do it. I just don't know what it is. I forget
Oh,
what it is,
ex-
and I never feel like memorizing it.
Yeah, extending the timer makes sense in that level because it just makes it fair. Like I don't think I've ever beaten that level legitimately, like ever. So yeah.
That is going to be kind of an interesting thing, is since they specify, oh, this includes deluxe. The extra levels from deluxe will probably be there, but they're probably just going to be in the big deluxe challenge mode and maybe also in story mode. Which
Okay,
is
I will say one level that needs the timer extended, like needs it, is there's a level in deluxe where it's like a giant like 3D maze thing. That one needs to be extended.
oh yeah.
Like literally every single time I beat it, I have 1 second left on the timer, and that's when I go the right path. Like it's literally ridiculous.
There's like a level like that in the World 10 in the story mode in Super Monkey Ball 2.
Oh, you
There's
mean
like
the 3D
oh,
labyrinth, whatever the heck it's called?
Yeah, there's like one where it's like, 3D Labyrinth, I think. That
Yeah.
one, fuck that level. That one's
I don't-
impossible.
Yeah, that one's probably gonna be extended, definitely. Or they're actually gonna make the level like not suck. We'll see.
Yeah.
That would be interesting if they actually did a little layout decisions to fix.
That'd be
Some
good
level.
because that level just sucks. I hate that level so much.
Yeah.
All we have to do is just like make like slight like color, like I guess hints of like where to go. They like make
Yeah.
little hints.
Like have like the path to the goal be like green or something.
Yeah, something. Like
Yeah.
you just have to like
Something-
try the different path, like just highlight the different paths and like
I
figure
guess
it out.
there
so-
is the assist mode that they're adding, which basically does that, which just
Oh,
points you in the right
that's true.
direction. So
Oh shoot! I didn't even know that was a thing.
that's probably that's helpful too, because in levels like that just suck. Know where to go, you know.
Yeah.
Are you
I
guys all
like.
excited for Invisible?
Dude,
Wait,
I
is
like that. I like
Also-
that level. I like
Also known as the
Invisible.
I don't know. I call that one just the fuck you level. That's what it's saying to you, basically. It's just like,
Invisible
oh,
would
figure it
There's a
out.
couple of those. There's
What?
also the one with the switches that's completely trial and error.
Oh
That
god, I
one
hate that
yeah.
one.
Like, I don't even know how they could fix that one, except for maybe like making it super obvious, but it just defeats the entire challenge of the level. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I think that level's more irritating than it is like rage-inducing, but it's also like I feel like changing it wouldn't like there's not really a way to fix it without removing the whole charm, which the charm is like, why the fuck would you make this?
Literally.
That's what I like about it. It's just like a complete like shit, it's the 11th hour, we need another level type thing.
Just throw some buttons in, whatever.
Buttons, and if they push the wrong button, make them just destroy their run.
It's such like a backwards level. Like, who thought of that?
I have to. Dude, do you think it was Nagoshi himself? Was like
Probably. He was trying to just sabotage his own game.
That was like the beginnings of his Yakuza phase, but at that point he was just like a little rebellious.
He's like, yeah, you guys all. He's like, we crafted a great game here today, but it's just too good. We can't have a 10 out of 10 in this. All right, throw in a
Oh,
bad
add it-
level.
Okay, step
So we're
one.
adding Helix, guys.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
okay. The selection of party games is looking pretty good. Make Monkey Boat real
Let's
quick.
go.
Monkey
The-
boat.
Kind of go back to the initial reveal real quick because I want to mention this.
Yeah,
Isn't it funny that they completely forgot banana splits for no reason?
Oh no, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
At every other game, like I can understand not having Junior and like obviously Engage is a meme, but like I can understand not having Junior because it's basically just a port in the first game, but like not having banana splits is like dumb. Like why?
I think
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
would
and
have
then there's
been
some
way.
others that I'm surprised they included. Like they put a touch and roll on there. Like that's kind of a weird choice.
I was gonna say it would have been way less egregious for banana splits to be absent if they hadn't included fucking adventure.
Yeah, I was about to
It's an American
frames
developed
of it.
game that didn't even
Like-
come out in Japan that no one liked.
It's kind of funny that why is touch and roll shown for like Adventure gets more screen shine than freaking touch and roll does? Like how's that even possible?
I was gonna say that's the weird thing is some games
Oh, it's just there for like 1 second. Bye. See ya.
even Banana Blitz HD it's like 0.8
Not even a
seconds.
second. It's
Yeah.
like it's like bye.
So, 1, 2, and Deluxe get like a solid like 3 to 4 seconds, and then the other ones they're like, oh, just blow by those real quick.
We don't
You
need-
don't remember any of these. Just oh, we're at the new game. Hey, that
It's
was
funny they
fast.
did that because I saw a couple people reacting to the trailer who were like, "Oh wow, I can't believe this collection includes all of these games."
Yeah, and it's just like 1, 2 deluxe. Like, oh, okay.
Honestly, it confuses me because there's no reason to even show like all of these games in the trailer. Like, just show 1 and 2 in deluxe, and then just like be like, here it is again.
I mean, it's because it's the 20th anniversary game. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's
So
like-
like,
it's like
oh,
a-
it's the anniversary.
It's like if are there any Sonic trailers that do that? Because I feel like there are.
Sonic Mania does it. When they go full,
yeah.
like they show every
No.
single game, then they go backwards, and it's like, ooh, Mania.
oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
does that. Pokemon does that all the time.
Yeah, and the games are worse in the older whatever. I'm not gonna get into that.
Well, yeah, yeah. They're like, look, we're going forward, and somehow we ended up at Sword and Shield. Anyways, let's move.
But yeah,
But yeah, so I'm trying to think what we haven't discussed
I
yet.
mean, there's one big thing that I'm super excited for, and that's the cosmetics.
The jump
like
feature?
finally,
Oh,
finally,
yeah.
there's cosmetics in the game.
I
Yeah.
am really excited for that, especially. Well, first, let's, before we get into the whole DLC situation, let's maybe talk about some of the stuff we saw.
yeah, I like the
Aye.
Yeah, I've seen people with that as their profile pics already.
It's
With the Supreme shirt and the hat.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I really enjoy that you can even go a step further and not only customize your character, but actually customize the ball pattern.
Yeah, that's nice. It's like it's stuff that like makes total sense, but they just haven't done yet because Monkey Ball hasn't had a game release in like a decade. You know,
Exactly,
It's like that would have been here already if it if it hadn't been this long.
That's
Yeah,
kind of the
it finally feels like we're getting like a modern Super Monkey Ball game, which Banana
it's
Blitz HD really didn't feel like for some
Yeah.
reason.
I wouldn't be surprised if like play points are how you buy stuff in the store. Oh, that'd be kind of weird.
Oh,
but it
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
would be good though. It'd give you more to spend the points on. Because
Yeah,
there
that's-
wasn't really a whole lot in the originals.
That was a
but
big
yeah.
issue with the originals. You had like the mini games and you had like continues, and that was basically it.
I do know that it's confirmed that the play points unlock a mode called Golden Banana Mode, which you can also get early with if you
DLC,
get
yeah.
the Digital Deluxe. But
Yeah.
it being confirmed that they unlock at least one additional mode makes me believe like, oh hey, maybe that's how you unlock the other modes. Maybe costumes too. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
it probably is.
all
You
out
probably
that.
start the game and you've just got the like basics. Like you've probably just got story mode and challenge mode, I would imagine.
Yeah.
probably like a couple party games too. I bet like
Yeah,
Monkey
yeah.
Fight,
Yeah,
Monkey
yeah.
Target, and like something else.
Yeah, like how the original doesn't Monkey Ball 2 come before like the original ones? And you have to
Yeah.
unlock like the new one.
I was actually going to say, I wonder how they'll do. I imagine if play points are implemented, they'd have them unlockable. But Monkey Ball 2 has like the original party games unlocked, and you have to unlock the new ones.
I
think
bet this
Deluxe
one.
has everything unlocked. Does Deluxe have everything unlocked from the start or not? I forget.
Yeah, it does because play points aren't even in Deluxe, which is one
Yeah,
of my
I didn't even know that.
criticisms of it.
Yeah, I really hope you can unlock stuff. I don't want to just buy the game. It's like, oh, complete already. It's like that's not fun.
I hope
I-
that. I
Yeah,
hope
no,
all
that's what I
12
hated about like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well.
And Smash Bros. Like the Wii U, it just everything's unlocked basically.
You
So like, there's no
yeah,
fun.
it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of even playing the game then if you're just gonna give me everything? Like, there's no fun in that.
I was gonna say, I hope we start out with all 12 minigames and you unlock all of the shitty Banana Blitz ones. Can't wait to play Jigsaw
Let's
Puzzle again.
go.
Oh, it's like, oh shit! I unlocked the real monkey target, and it just sucks.
Dude, imagine
It's
if you
just
unlock.
awful.
Honestly, if they're gonna make DLC, just add Banana Blitz minigame DLC. We'll all buy it. Let's be honest.
I mean,
Don't
if
even
they,
lie.
if they part out like the good mini games from
Just
the
all
other
50
and
for
like
DLC, like $10. Would you buy it?
what if they
No.
parted them out? That, like, it's like, all right, guys, the fucking whack-a-mole game here for $10.
Let's go. Don't you want a
Just
better
the,
game?
just the whack-a-mole game, nothing else.
What's the one where you throw the hammer and it doesn't work?
Oh yeah, that one, Hammer Furrow.
I'm pretty sure there's like
it's called.
6 like that, if you want to be honest.
There's multiple
Yeah, there
like
are.
that.
They literally don't work.
I was
There's like
gonna say
40
this-
like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just describing a Banana Blitz minigame as what's the game where you do blank and it doesn't work, that's basically all of them.
Except for like Monkey Wars and like Race, and that's it.
Oh, good. The games that are from other games, that's the ones that they got to work.
That's true.
They could do, I mean, if they're gonna do any party game as DLC, I mean, Monkey War seems like kind of a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good, especially if they have online.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be real fun.
Was there anything else that was in the original reveal that we need to talk about? I don't know if there is.
I do believe that we're good. I think a lot of the other details that I'm wanting to talk about are more kind of revealed on like websites and in other videos from abroad. Yeah. So at Super Monkey Ball, an account that had not been updated since what, 2014? That came back. They're verified now. EiEi is a person. But yeah, I mean, for those of you guys that don't know, what was happening for a while is, I believe that was the Japanese Monkey Ball Twitter account.
What do you mean?
The original one that was posting during the time of Banana Blitz HD.
Yeah, that was a Japanese one.
Yeah, and they were
Which-
just communicating with the English audience because I don't know if someone lost the password to @Super Monkey Ball.
They
but,
didn't, but I proof that. But anyway, but yeah, because
But
the original Monkey Ball one updated when the freaking Sakura edition was added to the Sega Forever, so they still had it.
Oh, that's funny.
So honestly, I appreciate the Japanese account doing English also because they did not have to do that at all.
No,
they
but
went they
tried.
went out of their way to do it, and I greatly appreciate it because it was
They were-
great.
They were very wholesome. But
Honestly,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say the saddest part of this whole thing was the Japanese account officially going the full Japanese. I was so sad when I saw that post. I was like genuinely sad. It's like, oh,
The cool thing with the @Super Monkey Ball account too is it's been it's been pretty good about hitting up fan questions. I believe the day after it got a couple questions about the jump mechanic is when it acknowledged, hey, this is how jumping works. And then it got questions about like, hey, how's the DLC gonna work? And the next day it's like, hey, here's how the DLC is gonna work. Not to mention that account actually followed Aaron Super Monkey Tweets and
Which is
responded in their DM, which was super epic.
it
They
followed.
didn't follow Brian Matt or Nick Robinson, PogChamp.
It followed Super Monkey Tweets when it had less followers than Super Monkey Tweets, which is even funnier.
Oh,
Super Monkey Tweets was a more official account for like a day.
Honestly.
Nick's just like sitting at home. He's like, the Super Monkey Ball account did not follow me. Deeply distressed by this news, I flew to Japan.
I do find it funny that at Super Monkey Ball, like, you know, uses a very excessive amount of monkey emojis. I kind of like that.
I mean, me too, though.
It's very brand Twitter, but it's brand Twitter in a more like fun way. It's not just a like corporate Monkey Ball bounce account. It's like actually attempting to have a little bit of fun.
It's got that sort of personality to it. Didn't they post some of the Monkey Ball emojis that were on the one Discord server?
Oh yeah, the Sega Forever Discord, yeah, which is
Yeah.
epic. I'm in it now. It's cool.
That is.
But yeah, we
But
have
yeah, I mean, so the interaction with fans has been pretty on point, I would say.
You mentioned a little bit earlier, but yeah, the Twitter did clear up some of the main concerns that everybody had initially. Like the jump feature was confirmed to be optional, which is really good. Thank you.
They even they cleared up so much. Like people who didn't like the new designs, oh, all the old designs have they're here. They're DLC. The old music, it's here. DLC. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They seem to be, I don't want to say damage control, but they seem to be like, fans are coming to them like, but what if, and they're just like, shh, it's okay.
It's just like the monkey ball account is like the Chad meme, and then like all the fans are just like the virgins crying. We're just like,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
John,
you
please.
have
It's like,
gold
no,
designs.
I'm about to cancel Greg for being toxic. Sorry.
sorry.
But yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Crap. Oh yeah, wait. The DLC. We should probably talk about the DLC since we
Yes.
kind of tried to avoid it for this long. But we have
There
to.
are a couple different ways you can purchase Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. First of all, it's on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xboxes, PC. I don't know why it's on Xbox.
It's
but
on the
that's-
fucking Game Boy.
It's on the
That's good.
Game
It actually
Boy.
is.
It's on the N-Gage. It's on my phone. It's on my toaster. But there are a couple different ways you can purchase the game on these platforms. Now, there's a standard digital version that's just like, bare bones. You just get the
Like
game.
$30, you know.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's good. It's bada bing, bada boom. $10 more. You can get the digital deluxe edition, which contains a couple bonuses. Most notably, in my opinion, you can play with the classic designs, which includes classic designs for Yan Yan and Doctor, who do not have them.
Which
You
is
can
cursed.
play. It's gonna be super cursed. You can play as the Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and Game Gear. You can get the classic background music from the original games. And also, I think there's some cosmetics that are like fucking pink or whatever.
Now on that note, one thing that implies is that there's going to be a new soundtrack for this game. And I don't. What do you guys think it's going to be? Is
Or-
it going to be all
I think it's just gonna be a remixed version of the original. That's probably what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
probably
so
going to be
too.
like happier sounding, like the soundtracks to all of the more recent ones.
Yeah, it might sound more like Steppenwolf, which I might prefer
Ooh,
that one.
if it sounds like Step and Roll, that would be
if
awesome.
If it
Yeah.
sounds like Steppenwolf, I might prefer it. Not gonna lie.
I definitely think I have a huge bias towards the original music because of the vibes, but I think if they remix it in like I think they could definitely remix it well in a way that I would really like.
Yeah, it could just be like more modern samples. That's like the only difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They could go any level of different
Throw in a
with that.
fucking trap
Yeah.
beat into Dr. Baboon's bass.
I would be so hyped if they did something like that. There's like
They
they got like
and like underwater, and it would sound really good.
they got like the boiling pot music or the melting pot music, and there's just a fucking like dubstep drop.
They just have like Migos rap over like the Jungle Island music.
But yeah, so that's kind of the package for digital deluxe. That's $10 more, so it's like $40.
Yeah.
Also for $40, you can get the game physically. Now the interesting thing about getting the game physically is it comes in a nice, or at least for now, it's the
Yeah.
anniversary edition, which comes in a lovely, beautiful box. You get an art book. I think there's some other physical item you might get.
You
with
get
it.
the reversible cover.
The reversible cover, and you get 10 exclusive cosmetic items. Notably, you do not get the cosmetic items or the retro background music from the digital deluxe bundle. However, you are able to purchase these separately as DLC for about $5 each. So if you want the retro costumes, $5. If you want the pink shit, $5. If you want the retro background music, $5. And honestly, while I'm a little conflicted on it, I think this is pretty reasonable.
I will say, if you compare this to Banana Blitz HD, it's like way better. Because Banana Blitz HD, all you got, you paid literally $10 for stickers. That's all you got from playing on console compared to PC. PC literally got more content for $10 less. It's like, why?
Yeah,
Hey,
I think
I will
the
say-
only. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
I was gonna say, I will say this: broke mindset, they're trying to take advantage of fans. Woke mindset, they're trying to pull how popular the old designs are.
That's true.
True.
That could be cool. I'm assuming that's not it, but
I do think there's a reason the bonus content is all the old shit from the old games.
Because people
Oh,
willing
yeah.
to pay money for that.
I don't know why the pink stuff is also exclusive. Maybe some people like pink. Maybe some people shell out money for pink. I'm not an expert on the subject of the color pink as it relates to the Monkey Ball fandom, but what I do know is that I will absolutely pay $5 additional to play as the Sega Dreamcast. Please and thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing about it is, like, I could sit here and complain about all day about, like, manipulative DLC and microtransactions, but at the end of the day, we're all gonna buy it. So, like, it doesn't matter.
And I mean,
I want to think about, like, what do the consoles sound like as you play on them? Like, does it, like, every time you bounce, the Sega Genesis goes like beep boop 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 boop.
I so like the Dreamcast like noise whenever like you get hit by something is just like the disc scooter noise.
I was gonna say, I hope that as you move, it's just making a constant loud like disc reading sound.
Yeah, just like a fan.
You get like a VMU beep noise when you turn on without a battery in the VMU. Oh, it'd be so good.
Oh, I am ready. Here's the beautiful thing too, right? This is a remake of a GameCube game, and even assuming that you are the hardest of core Monkey Ball fans, as I know that we all are, and you want the most feature-rich Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania experience, you get the Anniversary Edition for $40. You pay $5 for the classic costumes, you pay $5 for the background music, you pay $5 for the pink shit. That is still $55.
Oh,
Unlike Skyward Sword HD, which is a port of a Wii game.
Not even a remake. Not even a remake.
No, this is a full remake with a bunch of additional content that's not even DLC. And an art book. And a reversible cover.
The thing about like Skyward Sword HD, right, is like you could literally just boot up Skyward Sword on Dolphin and then remap the controls and it would be the exact same game. Like this Monkey Ball game, you could not just like emulate the original and get it. Like, come on.
And I mean,
play Skyward Sword on Wii U for $20.
That is true.
That's what gets me.
That's the one perk of being a Wii U owner.
You can get all these games for wicked cheap. I was going to say, even comparing it to another prominent Sega release, while the base price for the physical edition is $40 for each, Sonic Colors is a Wii ROM with Bloom on it. It does have some bonus stuff,
But it gets the baby Sonic keychain though. I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, true.
just saying.
Would you rather have a Chad 40-page art book and reversible cover and pink?
Let's go.
Game?
On a bit of a side note, I actually bought it 4 times, so I'm excited to own 4 art books.
Hey, you better give a copy to each of us, honestly.
I'm definitely gonna make a video on that though. It's gonna be funny. But anyway,
Differences.
what are we talking about?
We're talking about the. Do we want to discuss the additional content at all?
We talked about the DLC. Trying to think of where we go from here.
I mean, something that I'd like to point out is that in the UK and I assume the rest of Europe, we don't actually get as much with our version of the game. We get the art book and we get the like down stuff, but I'm pretty sure it might be the reversible cover is missing for some reason, despite that being one of the easier things to make.
Well,
so
yes,
that's
you gotta import it now. Oh well.
Yeah. I think it's also called the launch edition and not the anniversary edition, which is a strange change.
That may give us a clue as to how long this is going to be sticking around now.
Maybe the word anniversary doesn't exist in the UK. Sorry.
I was just about to say that.
Maybe I don't understand it.
I was gonna make a joke, you know, if the digital deluxe edition like lacked the pink costumes, it's actually because the color pink is illegal over there.
Wait, is it really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
I'm not even.
illegal.
Wait, no, wait, is it really?
No.
Oh.
No,
I don't. The UK is a weird place. Okay, no offense, Pixel.
No, it's fine. It is.
They do eat sandwiches with fries in them and over there.
Yeah, they call them chips and crisps or whatever. Like.
Yeah, they're chips.
Yeah.
We don't eat them with fries. Fries are a completely different thing to a chip.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. You can't even blame me for not knowing if pink is illegal there or not. I fully would believe that.
Separate question.
How would that work? We've just banned the color.
What, you're just wearing something that you think is like a light shade of red, but the cops pull out the fucking like color shade slider. It's like, oh no, he's pink, tackle him.
Lost the Great Color War of 1776.
America got exclusive rights to the color pink. That's true.
Exactly.
But we could talk about things that are not DLC, which are the unlockable characters and hey, also the story mode.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
one of the more interesting parts of the game is that Union and Doctor were not excluded, which is kind of epic. That's kind of what Pixel
I'm
wanted, honestly.
really
Yeah, do you
half
know who was? Who was excluded is Jam and Jet. Why are they not in the game?
Listen, we gotta take what we can get.
Well, if I don't see Dr. Badboon's assistant anywhere in the game, I will riot.
We should make it clear.
Cancel the pre-order.
We have to make a petition if that's not there.
I was gonna
Honestly.
say what you do if you want Jam and Jet in the game. It's really quite simple. Is you just send a very threatening DM to the Super Monkey Ball Twitter account. Say something just fun, like just guess at a name like Jack or Jason or something, and just say that you have their family. And you know, if Jam and Jet aren't in the game, well, their family might not be in the world for much longer.
I have to say this, but we do not condone harassment
Nope.
on this podcast.
So,
Johnny,
please
I will
do.
ban you right now.
I mean, I do, but
Okay, so you can.
Oh, dude, Greg and I are about to get canceled on Twitter.com.
just another day.
It's what you deserve.
GregCubed, more like Greg canceled.
But anyway, back in the topic. But yeah, Yan Yan and Doctor, that's kind of cool. I'm glad that they weren't excluded because it's like I fully expected them to be gone, honestly. But
Oh,
it's nice to
yeah,
give them a
no.
second chance.
What
They've
even?
been
What
very-
even are they? What even are they? There's a whole. Okay, Doctor. I think we discussed it. Doctor. I can kind of understand. He's like a tech genius or whatever. Yan Yan. What the? She's a homewrecker. That's all she is. That's her
Yeah.
only purpose.
Yeah, what's Mimi? What's Mimi's purpose exactly?
She's EiEi's wife. EiEi's wife. Whatever you pronounce his
He's
name.
just like- well, I believe Goober pointed this out to me in a YouTube comment, and this is a very weird bit of lore. Mimi doesn't actually marry EiEi and have baby until the future, and baby is from the future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they're
that's
still
true.
boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. They're like still
Well,
together.
I mean, they still clearly like each other, and Mimi still clearly wants to smash. You know.
Oh yeah.
Although, doesn't it literally say in the Monkey Ball 2 instruction manual that like Mimi fears that I likes bananas more than her? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
that-
I think that's mentioned in multiple manuals.
I don't think it's gonna work out, guys.
I
Well,
mean,
clearly it does. Baby exists.
Apparently, I mean.
I don't know what Yan Yan's even thinking. If EiEi like can't commit to one relationship because he's too busy with the fucking almighty Nan, like how is he gonna commit to two? Can't happen. 0% chance. Now, Doctor and Gon, that here's my essay about why that's canon actually. No, but I think my shipping.
Oh my god.
All
no.
right. Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought you were gonna do. That was great.
I was gonna just move on from it, but then you asked.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah, so I really like Yan Yan and Doctor being there because it seems like in a lot of previous games they've been very, because obviously they got introduced in Banana Blitz, you know, whatever. But in a lot of previous games they're very weird about whether or not to include them or to restrict them to party games or not. So I'm happy to just see, just full playable characters. Good.
Yeah. It's
I-
one
I-
of those things with, I feel like, it's one of those things where it's mainly just like, I feel like, you know, because they're associated with Banana Blitz, they don't know whether or not people actually like the characters or not. So they're like, but at the same time, you know, they exist, right? It's like, you have to use them because they exist, but it's like, should we?
Oh, they don't have to.
It's
I
like, you know,
mean-
it's what, like, plus, you know, they're not really in the story, technically, because Banana Blitz doesn't have a story, really, at all, like, zero story.
Yeah, it does. Robot Monkey steals random bunch of bananas and they cry.
Sorry, I forgot about the lore, my bad. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it's nice to give them a chance. I feel like they deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, we literally don't know. Like I don't want to bring. I'll bring this up later, but anyway, about the story. But yeah, moving on. Let's go on to the different modes that are in the game.
Oh yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about that much either.
We've already mentioned a couple of them, right? So there's the like
mentioned
evil
the-
banana one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some sort of mission mode. I don't know whether like that
Oh,
anybody has said anything about that.
We know
but,
the
there's-
least amount about the mission mode out of any mode in the game.
I bet it'll at least include missions.
Yeah, because they've only been mentioned in like the achievements and trophies, right?
Yeah, the achievements are weak or whatever.
So there's the list of achievements and trophies has been like released, and there's like 3 separate ones for clearing a certain number of missions. There's like one for clearing 250, one for clearing 500, and another one for clearing them all. So that's a lot of missions. I'm wondering how that's going to be structured.
Yeah, I guess the only mode we didn't really
No.
mention, like, okay, but going into the whole, what's it called? Is like the name for this. what is it called? Oh, it's called
Mania?
No, not that.
Oh.
I mean, like, okay, you know how there's like main game and like whatever. There's like one for like the special modes. I forgot what it's called. I can't find it. Anyway, but that's the one we haven't talked about is the Golden Banana mode, which is basically, you know how there's like the bonus stages. It's like that, but like normal stages, essentially.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know. That's the mode where I'm like, I read that and I was like, oh, okay, cool. What's the? And then it just stopped, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna need to see more elaboration on that. But that one's kind of cool because oh, sorry.
So I've completely missed out on this. So the golden banana mode is just where you need to get every banana in every level. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
But
like
they're all gold.
they'll probably add more bananas, but that's essentially what the concept is. It's like the same as when there's no goal, you just collect all the bananas and that ends the level.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's
actually
pretty
really
cool.
interesting.
I think something that's also interesting about it, I forgot to mention it earlier. If you have the digital deluxe version of the game, Golden Banana mode is just unlocked by default. But if you don't, if you have the bog standard digital version, like a lowly peasant, you can just unlock it with play points. It's still there.
Yeah. You also get the game 4 days early, which makes me mad, but whatever.
Oh god, that's not even.
I don't even want to talk
Let's
about
not even
that.
get into that. So what do y'all think of the story mode being comic book style now?
I can understand it because, you know, I imagine the original game was like mega crunched. There's no way if it was made in a year it wasn't mega crunched. But like I can understand, you know, for time constraints because they're adding all this new stuff that they want to just simplify the story mode in order to make it like possible.
I guess I'm just glad that it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do think this is very much the type of thing where either the comic book style will create for a story mode that's just like really, really unique looking and stylized and fun and high energy, or it'll look very, very budget.
Or it'll be
Or
just
it
text
won't.
boxes. Just still
Yeah.
text boxes, nothing else.
It's the
I'm
Team
hoping
Sonic
for-
Racing story. Let's go. From the screenshot
I'm
on the
hoping-
website, it looked more stylized, which I'm hoping for. I think it could have the potential to be really fun. But
If
we'll
it's
see.
like Sonic and the Black Knight style, I think that'd be pretty PogChamp. Excuse my language, but
Well, I'm trying to think which games have like comic book style cutscenes. River City Girls does, and that looks fine, but I don't imagine they'll go that far in that direction. I definitely think.
I just think like the storybook Sonic games kind of represent that in a way that would be good.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
I could definitely see it. I'm cautiously optimistic, but hey, even if they completely fuck it up, the game will still be fun. But you know, I want them to make sure that the as we've all talked about, the Bad Boon hot tub scene lives up to its potential.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
I hope
it's
they
very-
get real steamy, real up close and personal.
They put in some like sensual music in the background.
It's
I
very
just hope
important
that all
to
of
the lore.
these scenes are actually still there. I mean, they could
Yeah,
have like really
that's
heavily
true.
edited the story mode. That'd
Yeah,
be
it
a
could just
shame.
be like
That's true.
one like cutscene at the beginning and one at the end or something, just like
Yeah,
yeah, I
Stay on the
really hope that that
bananas.
isn't the case.
The
I
bathing
mean-
scene is integral to the lore. I would not have it in the mood.
We
Honestly.
do know that they did amend Yan Yan and Doctor into the story, which I mean obviously makes sense. So I don't know if they'll make any other changes. I feel like if they're going with the comic book style, they would include all the cutscenes, or at least a cutscene between every world, because
Yeah.
otherwise, why even bother going that budget with it?
True. It's probably gonna be like it's probably the same story, just it's told in like stills instead of like animation, just 'cause it's cheaper.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's
Wait.
gonna be.
What does Monkey Ball 3D have going on with it?
They
Have
suck.
anything?
It's literally just like a tiny cutscene and that's it. Like it's just I bouncing
Yeah,
around a bit.
I mean,
and
it
goes into a world.
literally doesn't even have.
dialogue.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a story.
Yeah, that's like any game after adventure, just no story.
It's just a cutscene. It's
Oh.
like Banana Blitz. It's literally just like a cutscene.
I
Doesn't
was
mean
gonna
anything.
say I want an RPG level plot in terms of complexity, but no, I want an adventure level plot.
Honestly.
Where is future EiEi? Where are the clown jester things? Whatever happened to those?
What happened to everything?
I'm very curious to see how story mode works because in Deluxe you only have to beat like 10 out of like the 20 levels, or whatever. Like I don't really
Yeah.
like that. I kind of prefer the
No.
Monkey Ball 2 style, which just
Yeah.
like beat every level, but like they make it as accessible as possible within that like realm. It's
I
like,
think they made it a little bit too easy with Deluxe, though.
Yeah,
Maybe they were a
like-
bit too
Yeah.
lenient with that. Maybe like you can do every level apart from like 5. Maybe that might be a better way of doing it.
or just let me go back and beat the old levels too. Like I hate that I can only do
Oh,
10.
yeah,
and
yeah.
That's it. Like
I
Don't-
surely they're gonna do that. Surely you're gonna be able to go back like through the story mode. That would be
Yeah.
so weird if they didn't let you do that.
I feel like I could see it just being like Super Monkey Ball 2 story mode and that's it.
But it's deluxe though, which is the problem.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, they did specify it's a remake of 1 and 2 and Deluxe. So
I don't know.
I could kind of see them going either way. I feel like they'd want to put all the levels in there, but I don't. I would personally rather they not. But
I hope that the menu has a dancing EiEi. The more I think about it.
I
Like,
don't
come
think
on.
it's going to, and that's something else I wanted to talk about. That's like, if I have any nitpicks with this game, it's just
If there's no dancing
menu-
EiEi, I'm canceling.
Yeah, I already know there's probably not going to be.
I will burn Sega HQ to the ground.
And
Like,
also the sound effects. I'll get
Yeah.
I can get past it, but I just don't like the way they
It's like-
sound. It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Like I don't know, the story mode like level select menu is literally perfect. I can't think of a single issue with it except for PS2, but I don't count that. Like it's literally perfect.
We need the loading
If-
screen from Deluxe on PS2 where we have a GIF of
Wait.
II in the corner.
Sometimes the GIF doesn't even work because it's PS2.
In
Oh,
PS2.
That's what we like to see. Yeah, I haven't actually heard as many videos of them talking, but I remember from the trailer they definitely were. I think II in particular was very vocal. He's very, very loud.
Yeah, isn't it all just the same voice samples that they've been using since like Banana Blitz as well? I don't think they've
Probably.
like remade them for
I-
since then, which is
I mean,
a bit
I've-
strange.
I think Splitz has new ones for like
I'm-
certain characters.
I'm hoping because the only time we've heard the sound effects so far was in that leaked video that you sent,
And
there
it
was
literally
no
just
mu-
like the step and roll sound effects.
yeah, and there's no music or anything. So I'm thinking maybe it's just like it was very early in production. They just
Yeah,
don't
they could have
have,
like a
like,
beta video or something. That's
Yeah,
very
it may not be.
possible.
It might just be placeholder. Like we have this from Banana Blitz. Let's just use that as placeholder.
It'll probably still be bad. Let's be honest.
I know. I don't
do
need it to
think-
be the original. I just need it to not sound like bad, like it does.
I
hate
do.
it.
I do think whatever happens, if they re-record, if they don't re-record, Gon will sound fundamentally broken because he will not sound as he did in the original game.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Gongon sounds. I hate the way that Gongon sounds in like Banana Splits. It just sounds wrong. Like it's
Yeah.
not even, like all the other ones. It's like whatever, but like Gongon, it's like why?
II and Mimi usually sound correct to me. I don't
Maybe usually
have
sounds
problem.
annoying, but in Gongon, it's just like not even the same at all. Like
Yeah, at the very least. Oh god, could you imagine if they included like legacy voice mode options and they very specifically included Gongon's voice from Adventure where it's simply II but pitched down?
oh my god. That's,
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
That's the worst thing I've ever
I
experienced.
still can't get over that.
Why did they do that? It's so bad.
Well, I mean, they could say that with a lot of things with Adventure if you want to be for real.
there's a lot of why did they do that?
Followed by
so
it's so
bad
bad.
Exactly.
I'm just hoping that this game has none of that. Hey, transition back into it. What if we? Oh,
We should talk
didn't
about the.
talk about the leaked characters.
We didn't talk about. Oh yeah, it's okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you know. So now that that intermission's over, I will be heading out. I'm not enough potassium.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Greg died. Oh my god.
How could this happen to Greg? I believe we were talking about characters, and I was going to say, I would not necessarily be opposed if they wanted to continue to support this game after release, and they were like, "Hey, character pack #1." But it's also disappointing that they're not putting more of the existing Monkey Ball characters in from the beginning. Like, I'm happy that Yan Yan and Doctor are there. I'm happy that Sonic and Tails are there. I'm happy that the Sega Dreamcast is there. But you know, like Pixel said with Jam and Jet, like they just made these characters and then they basically never used them. It's rather unfortunate.
Yeah, like you say though, maybe the plan is to support the game like past its launch. Like they could do like a big pack where like you get all of the levels from Monkey Ball Adventure, and you also get Jam and Jet as well. Or maybe you can even play as Dr. Bad Boon. Like they could do quite a few
Oh.
things with this.
That would actually be very interesting because I do believe, I could be totally wrong on this, so take this with a grain of salt, but I believe, oh no, you know what it was? It was something that Brian posted that alluded to level packs. So I'm gonna take that with a heavy grain of salt.
Yeah, it's probably not true.
But you know, I could see them doing something similar.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
the thing about this game is like I don't see that I think it's gonna sell well. I think it's pretty safely gonna sell well. Like,
Especially,
I don't know.
because, you know, when everyone.
I think it's going to sell significantly better than Banana Blitz
Like-
HD.
But didn't
Oh.
Banana Blitz HD already sell okay? Like I know the combination pack with Sonic Forces like was literally sold out when I bought it. Like
Yeah, I don't think it did bad.
probably sold okay.
I do think, basically, if not everyone, most people that bought BBHD are probably going to buy this. Some of whom are going to buy it multiple times.
Me.
Yeah, and I think this is a lot easier of a sell to people who maybe haven't done anything with the franchise in the
Yeah. Like Banana Blitz
Yeah.
HD, which is like less than 100 levels and like 10 awful minigames. You got this game, which is like 1 billion levels and a bunch of good
Yeah, and then
minigames.
and as
And-
well, when it comes out, all of the fans are just going to be talking about it, and it will just spread through word of mouth as well.
Yeah.
And that's aside from the fact that this has been featured heavily in a Nintendo Direct, whereas I don't think Banana Blitz HD was.
Not only a Nintendo Direct, a E3 Nintendo Direct, a good Nintendo
Yeah,
Direct
that's true.
E3. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Meanwhile, you know, Banana Blitz HD got very little promotion. Even if we're talking about on like the YouTube circuit, pretty much every reaction I saw to Nintendo's E3, if it was not like foaming at the mouth excited for Monkey Ball, it was like, oh yeah, this is the good Monkey Ball games. I'll buy this. And you know,
Yeah.
maybe if people haven't played the original Monkey Ball games, they'll see something like that and they'll be like, oh, remember that now. Especially because
Definitely.
you know,
They've marketed this one so much better as well. I mean, they've even like revived the Twitter page for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I like the live action ads from Banana Blitz HD, but you know.
those were funny. I kind of wonder what they'll do for commercials for this game. I feel like
Probably harp on ye old nostalgia like every remake that's come out in the past like year.
oh yeah,
Like
I-
Battlefield Bikini Bottom did that. It's just like, oh, it's a kid playing the freaking original and he grew up and he got Bobby hydrated. Yeah.
oh god,
kind of thing.
Pokemon been pulling. Sonic just pulled that trick recently too, actually.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that happening with Monkey Ball, since you know, obviously if they're remaking these games, they know like, hey, these are the ones that everyone likes. Play into that, you know.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's gonna prove helpful.
I think the biggest thing we haven't talked about is the online,
Oh yeah,
which is also probably the worst part of the game.
Dude, there's one thing I want to just briefly mention before the online, because it's kind of, there's not a lot confirmed about it, and I don't know where else to slot it in. I'm just looking at the info doc, and Pixel, I don't know if you saw this, but you have the potential to be very pleased, because the info doc states that the Japanese website briefly mentioned the ability to manually adjust the camera.
Let's go.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's
Just-
good. I was thinking that's a weird mechanic that like they had in a lot of the newer ones, and I thought it was pretty good. I think that the remake should have that, to be honest.
Yeah, what I
At
find
least as an option.
Yeah,
For sure.
Like okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm working on a video. I'm not gonna say what it is, but essentially, certain games that are inspired by Monkey Ball happen to have camera control, and it's weird when the main series doesn't have it.
You're talking
Like,
about
it's-
forces.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway,
But
yeah,
that's the thing, is it doesn't elaborate on whether it's optional or like really anything further. It's just briefly like, hey.
Right.
well,
I mean,
the fact that-
another thing that's similar to that though is the fact that the website and like several other places, like there was a PlayStation blog that mentioned this as well. They keep saying that the game has 4-player co-op, and I want to know what that means. Is it like a proper full-on co-op mode, or is it just like the competitive mode?
So
like
what I
from the
read
first one?
on the PlayStation Store page is that it sounds like the story mode has split screen co-op, which is
Okay.
weird.
Yeah, how
And
would that work?
Which is confusing to me, because like, how's that work? Is it okay? One, is it like a weird competition mode hybrid where it's like, oh, be the first one to get to the goal or whatever, or is it like literally just take turns or something, which is not as interesting?
Yeah, it's probably just taking it in turns, isn't it? Like when one player clears a level or like gets a fallout, it just shifts control over to the
Yeah.
next person. Probably.
Kinda.
But
That's kind of sucky though. I mean,
yeah, I
especially
mean
if
it's
like
a
main
nice
advertising
feature,
point.
but
Yeah. I definitely don't know how they would tackle that. I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, it also
I mean-
specifically said local multiplayer, which means rip to that.
yeah.
Although,
I mean,
hey,
the
I
only
mean,
other way that the co-op could potentially work if it was simultaneous is maybe like if you're playing it with two people, you both start on like different levels, and your progress is sort of like shared. So
That
you need to
sounds
clear
very-
like 10 levels, and like one person can do 6, and another player can do 4, and then you'll pass.
That sounds very convoluted and hard to.
Yeah, it does, but I'm just like trying to scramble for
that'd be
ideas of how we
cool.
could throw it
That'd be
together.
cool. I just think it would be too intense.
Yeah, I think that's too like hardware intensive.
I don't know though. They're very vague with it. But
Probably on purpose, but
yeah, I think that any additional multiplayer option is a plus in my book, so long as the originals are maintained. But I guess we'll wait to see if it's actually anything worthwhile.
yeah, it does seem like the only real way to do it online is like leaderboards, which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they've pretty much confirmed at this point that it doesn't have online play for the main game. Have they
Yeah.
confirmed that it doesn't have online for the mini games as well?
I don't know, probably not.
No,
Can't
it
imagine.
probably doesn't. That would be a shame, though. That would be a pretty big deal if you could play them online.
I was gonna say, how the hell am I supposed to flex my monkey target skills onto unsuspecting 12-year-olds?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is like if you're on PlayStation, you could like share play it, but that's like obviously not the
No.
game doing that. That's just a
Yeah.
feature of the console, which
Oh,
is
you can
Yeah, yeah.
You could probably do the same thing with Steam.
probably. But yeah, it's like baked into the game. No, there seems to be nothing.
I want it to be actively logged that I beat almost every person I come into contact with when I play Monkey Target, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be a way to make that happen.
That's unfortunate.
I can't fly.
I do think. What was I gonna? I was about to say something. Oh yeah. I think we haven't even brought up the main game yet. How it's
In-game.
split, whatever.
Oh yeah, like how it's split between the Monkey Ball 1, 2, and Deluxe levels. They all have like their own separate playlist. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, the levels from Deluxe, have they ever been separated into their own playlist? I don't even remember if that was the case in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe.
Nope.
not.
They were combined forced.
Yeah, so that this is the first time ever that we've been able to just exclusively play the Monkey Ball Deluxe levels. That's
I do
pretty
like
cool.
it because you know, the biggest issue with Deluxe is that it feels so bloated. Like you do like
Yeah.
beginner and it's like 40 stages. It's like why?
Yeah, it's
That's the
far too
problem.
long.
There's
Like, it's-
there's no option for like just a short, quick Monkey Ball experience like 1 and 2 give you. It's like Monkey Ball 1 and 2. It's like, oh, you want to do a little 10-stage thing. Monkey Ball Deluxe is like
40, 70, 100. It's like, oh my freaking god,
Get
it's like
him
an
up.
hour of my time.
40 stages. Go, do it. And it's like, okay, man.
Yeah, like okay, I like it because you know for that reason, like it's nice to have them all separated. But the one thing I will be sorely disappointed if it's not in the game is Ultimate. Like, come on, you
Oh
have
no, that's
to have,
gotta be there.
You have to have Ultimate. Like you have to have one where like because I know there's a mode we can do like each game all of them at once. Like there needs to be Ultimate where you do every game at once.
There probably will be. And another thing that I want as well is when you like get to the master levels, they actually unlock on just like the level select screen. Because I know
Yeah.
Super Monkey Ball 1 didn't do that, and that's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Deluxe does do that, which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
Which is good.
I imagine they would fix that and then have
Yeah,
it for
surely.
both.
It'd be a
'Cause
bit of
Junior
an
did it,
oversight if they didn't.
like literally.
Oh,
Junior
yeah, it
that.
did.
So
Yeah.
come on.
I do want the ultimate mode, but at the very least, I'm happy that 1 and 2 both have marathon modes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they're using something from Step and Roll. That's something.
There we go. There's the step and roll nod. That's it.
Yeah, we have
Where
one
is-
Step and Roll nod, except.
Or we got
Gosh dang. Sega.
Sega.
Do you
not-
think they're gonna add optional motion controls like they did with Banana Boy HD on Steam?
I don't think they'll do that. I mean, if they did do that, it'd be nice if it came to Switch as well. That would make sense. I mean, it would work on all of the consoles, right? I mean,
Except for Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't have like any form of gyro. That's so strange.
Yeah, they're behind the times because because all the hardcore gamers don't want to use gyro in their Call of Duty games. So
I could
Yeah.
allowed.
definitely. I suppose I wouldn't be too surprised if they did or they didn't. I would be really surprised if they like made a big deal about it because I think they know that most people aren't going to use it.
Honestly, I'm gonna be sad with some of the modes because I assume some of the modes won't be returning, like from Banana Blade HD. Like I'm sure Time Attack won't be there.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that'd be kind of sad because Time Attack was a cool mode because it was like challenge mode except it was like competitive because you had the in-game timer. But I feel like that's not gonna be in the game. It's a bit of a shame.
Which, yeah, I do appreciate that they seem to be throwing everything at the wall in terms of modes, but it's like, hey, if you already got this from the previous game, why not just stick that in? And they probably won't, which, you know, understandable, but obviously more options is always a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hey.
There you are.
Hey.
Hello.
We're saving this topic until it arrives. I guess we'll do it now. The social media effect of the game.
hey, that works out nicely.
Oh, wait, what?
Banana Mania, the
Sorry.
social media after the game launch. We're talking about you.
What are we actually asking here? We're just like talking about like the social media, like the new Twitter page and stuff, and the impact that's had. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we kind of already talked about it, but you know, we can go more detail.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess a good question would be, because you, for our friends that have not experienced prior podcasts, this is Aaron. They run Super Monkey Tweets, and
Hi.
for someone of your stature that runs a themed Super Monkey Ball meme account on Twitter, I've seen you mention that that you've seen, like, you know, some more people passing through with the new game announcement and everything. How has Banana Mania affected that sort of level of traffic? Do you think there's increased interest?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, I see like, I mean, I've been like pretty close in like Sega circles for a while, but Super Monkey Ball usually doesn't get brought up as much as other stuff. And I'm not even talking about like Sonic. It's just like, it's weird because yeah, now a lot of people are talking about Monkey Ball 1 and 2 and the GameCube games. I'm seeing a lot more people come forward and just kind of like saying like, you know, like I grew up with this, and or I used to play this at a friend's house or something, and people are kind of like, it's just so cool seeing people put like 2 and 2 together and being like, oh, that's Monkey Ball. I love Monkey Ball, because you know, some people just grew up with the GameCube stuff. So
Right.
there's been a ton of new people I've been seeing in the community. Definitely on the Monkey Tweets account, I've been talking to a lot more people, and one thing that definitely helps with it is that Sega right now, Sega and the Super Monkey Ball account, which I don't know if you guys mentioned yet, that
We did a few times.
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Cool.
good.
Cool. I really I
Like
really
bananas.
love the I really like bananas. If that's not in the intro, I'm gonna riot.
The podcast is hard.
but-
Kind of did it.
Yeah, they kinda, but it was a 2001: A Space Odyssey reference. Yeah, it weirdly works well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Monkey Ball, the new Super Monkey Ball account that just got rebranded is really awesome. They're really staying in touch with the community. The admin is super nice, by the way. And it's really amazing because it feels like for the first time ever, Sega's acknowledging and appreciating the love that people have for classic Monkey Ball.
I actually think that Sega have been really good in general with that sort of thing recently. Like,
Yeah.
they obviously rebooted Streets of Rage, and they're also doing the remake of House of the Dead and stuff.
Yeah.
It finally feels like they're actually listening to their more, like, niche communities, which
Yeah.
is really cool to see.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm making a video on it, but so advertising. But anyway, yeah, it's nice to see that Sega is finally like actually acknowledging their legacy franchises. I think it may or may not be due to Sonic Forces failing, but you know, we could speculate on that all we want. But I do think it's nice that they're finally realizing that maybe investing into their franchises that maybe older fans of Sega enjoy is probably a good idea.
And
At
that's
least then
that.
you can get the nostalgia bucks, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing too. Is I haven't kept up as much with the topic Ninja's video, but you know, obviously I've been a Super Monkey Ball fan like actively for a while now, and it was kind of interesting because when Banana Blitz HD cropped up, you saw a little bit of that, like
Yeah.
both for people who grew up with Banana Blitz and people who grew up with the GameCube games. They're like, oh, Super Monkey Ball. But you know, I think it was a lot more of a low-key thing, whereas this one, you know, we mentioned it was shown at Nintendo's E3 Direct, and I feel like the floodgates have just opened, and it's a testament both to how Sega seems to be putting a lot more attention into this one, and also just to how much people really do love those games, even if they haven't really engaged or thought about them in years. So it's really cool to see basically a best case scenario for the next game and for the community happening before us.
It really is, yeah, because not only is it catering to the older fans of the GameCube titles, but then with the more modern features they're putting in, like the jumping and stuff, like it's also kind of catering to that Banana Blitz crowd and the crowd from Banana Blitz HD as well that have probably just jumped into the series. So it's just really, really cool to see.
Yeah, it's like catering to the new fans without alienating the old fans, which is what they should have been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's cool because that was kind of the thing with the original Banana Blitz. They just moved hard into a new direction, and a lot of people kind of fell off at that point. And I really appreciate with this one that not only are they very much catering to the old school fans, but they're making sure to make it as accessible as possible, like wherever someone might have jumped into the Monkey Ball franchise. I think that's kind of the cool thing, is they seem to know that people like those original games best generally, but they also know, hey, Banana Blitz sold well, Banana Blitz HD probably brought in some new people. Let's not alienate those people either. Let's make sure however people like to play Monkey Ball, they can do it. And I think
Exactly. And I think that's something that a lot of remakes don't get right either. Like, a lot of remakes tend to only appeal to fans of the original games, or just completely alienate all of the old fans in favor of like wanting to be more mass market. So it's good to see Sega like tackling that really well.
Yeah, on a kind of a related note, it's kind of like freaking Battlefield King Bomb Rehydrated, where it was definitely trying, like, it was weird because it's like, you know, it's trying to appeal to like the speedrunner crowd before like the, you know, the advertising and the inviting, you know, shift or whatever to the studio. But it's like you play the final product and you're like, what happened?
there's games like that too that they kind of like dangle the keys in front of the older fans, where it's like, oh, see, look, it's this game you like, and you play it and it's like, oh, well, I mean, for the casual fan, maybe it's good, but like maybe for the hardcore fan, it's not quite as accurate as they would have hoped. Whereas this shows like a really high level of care. I think that's the cool thing too, is like I said, making sure everyone's happy with it. And I don't know. I think one thing we haven't talked about is the physics, which I haven't analyzed too deeply, but I've heard from you guys they look maybe a bit different. But I think the consensus is, as long as they're like fairly close, they just don't like feel awful, it'll probably be fine. Obviously, there's a margin of error that comes with most remakes.
At this point, that is kind of my biggest worry with the game, because that's like the one thing that we can't really like
Yeah.
get a feel for until we actually get our hands on it, and that could, in theory, like ruin the entire thing if the controls are like really off. But
Yeah.
after everything else we've seen, I do have quite a lot of faith that they'll have replicated that really well.
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot, and I've kind of like joked about it, where it's like you see some of these stages, and you're like, they can't mess it up. Like, there's no way. Like Helix, you
Yeah,
can't.
because if they messed it up with some of these
You
stages, it
like-
literally would be like uncompletable. Like,
Yeah,
it
like
has to be
Helix
really
would be
tight.
Like Helix cannot work if the game does not control properly. Like,
Yeah.
It surprises me because there were so many ways that this could have gone wrong.
yeah.
I mean, even in the smallest way, if the aesthetics weren't remade as well as they were, because I really like the blend of old and new. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
Very same.
If that wasn't,
kind of epic.
yeah, if that wasn't done right, if the physics were off, if the party games weren't there, if the jump was always on or wasn't like optional, like those are all things that could have like absolutely just made this not a good remake. But I've seen so much stuff recently, and I have good faith.
Optimistic.
Yeah, optimistic. Yeah, I'm optimistic for RGG. Who can I just say that RGG is just modern amusement vision now?
Hey, that's pretty much
Basically,
confirmed at this point.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it makes sense. If you look at the facts, it makes sense, because it's like, they restructured, Negotiate made it like, a studio with people from Amusement Vision. Like, it has to be basically the closest we can get to modern Amusement Vision.
That's
like,
actually an interesting question. And I might.
Is if he's involved? That's a question I've been asking.
Yeah.
No idea what the answer is. I'm gonna
Yeah,
assume
Banana
yes.
It
because
sounded
it's
like.
so well done. Like, it has to
That's
be.
true. I was gonna say Banana Blitz HD. It sounded like he was Negoshi, who created Super Monkey Ball, was very hands off with it.
Yeah.
But with this game, we don't know. I mean, I believe Banana Blitz HD. I don't know if it was specifically credited to them, but I believe it was basically a team of people from RGG.
Yeah, there's like
Yep.
a small team in the studio. They're like, "Hey, Monkey Ball, though."
Yeah, this one is
Yeah.
very properly credited to the studio, so I don't know if it's more like the whole studio is working on it or what's happening specifically. But
I
Yeah.
always like saw Banana Blitz HD as like RGG's just like fun pet project for the time being while not doing Yakuza.
For 6 months.
Yeah, and but it's I really hope this does well though. I'm really happy to see the community being so active and wholesome, and just it's really awesome to just see Monkey Ball going in this direction.
Yeah.
I do have to go. The Yakuza stole my bananas, so
you gotta fight Negoshi to get them back.
yeah.
You have to go return to Monkey.
I have to go return to Monkey. Thanks for letting me stop by, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
Yep,
Sounds
see ya.
good.
See you
Pleasure
later.
as always.
Alright.
With that, do we have anything that we haven't touched upon?
EiEi's drip. We haven't talked about that.
It's very good.
We talked about it a little bit. I feel like we haven't really talked about the customization that much. Like,
Yeah.
we haven't even speculated about that much. Like,
That's
So
true.
with the
What else-
customization, based on what I've seen, it's a case where instead of like in Banana Blitz HD, for example, where you would unlock just like full character skins, in
Ripped from
Banana
free.
Mania, it's more separated into like different items of clothes, isn't it? Like there's like
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
shoes, t-shirts, and hats that you can wear. So
okay.
this level of customization is like way deeper than what we've seen before in any of the previous games. So that's
almost
going to
wonder-
be super duper interesting.
I almost
Yeah.
wonder if they like ripped the code from like Forces or something.
I mean, oh god, could you imagine if they made Create a Monkey? Lord.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of interested if they do any like insane stuff. Like, let's say there's like a Monkey Ball Junior skin or something. I don't think that's gonna be a thing, but
I was gonna say that's
I kind of hope they go a bit more wacky with it than they're currently doing.
I mean,
So-
it seems like they're gonna go pretty wacky because you can actually play as the like Sega consoles, can't you? So like
Yeah.
they could do anything. Like anything's really
I-
on the table skin wise.
I do wonder if they'll do more callbacky type skins. Like we know the classic skins are a DLC piece,
yeah.
but what if there's like maybe oh god, what
Junior? I want Junior so bad.
Mark.
Maybe what if they include like oh, here are the costumes from 3D, or here are some costumes based on other Sega characters, or here are Jam and Jet's corpses, which we've repurposed as costumes.
Honestly, I something I would hope for is like a ball design that's just like the Amusement Vision freaking logo ball from the first game, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing because it's not on the stage. So
That would be such a good idea, though.
That would be such a cool thing. I don't think it's gonna be a thing though.
I think that would be neat if they made it a smaller thing, but yeah, I don't see it. But I mean, yeah, I think depending on how far they're willing to go, like some games with their costumes are very, very much kind of celebrating the history of a franchise, and I feel like that would be really appropriate here considering it's an anniversary game. Like you look at something like Mario Odyssey, and so many of those costumes are very specific callbacks to specific things.
Whereas like the 64 one.
Exactly, and then there's even like the space costume, it's like, oh, Mario wore this in a Satellaview commercial once.
Yeah.
Is that where that's from? That's fun.
Yeah, but there's
so
all
many
sorts of stuff
costumes like that as well, isn't there? Like like
There's like Diddy
obscure.
Kong for no reason.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you can go with a lot of those costumes. You can go back and it's like these aren't new. Like Mario's worn this like sometime or like something similar, and we haven't really seen that too much with the costumes they've shown so far, minus obviously the classic costumes. But I feel like I would love to see them get weird with it. I think
Adventure
that would
costumes.
Oh god,
I don't think that's
it just gives EiEi the fucking DreamWorks face. I would hate that.
But yeah, it would be really cool to see like all of the returning skins that have been in the previous games. I mean, Banana Blitz HD did that to an extent, but that was only like 1 or 2 costumes in Baby's case. So it'd be good to see like every single returning skin that's ever been in it.
Yeah, I mean, I know you mentioned, it was either you or someone else mentioned, like, oh, what if they put in, like, even like future EiEi, like, how referential to their... but yeah, like, I mean, 3D's already got a couple, right?
Yeah, 3D has like quite a lot of skins that are unlockable, but I'm pretty sure if I remember right, the skins you can only use in the mini games and not the main game, which kind of sucks.
Right. That'd be cool if they added like the banana splitz costumes, like the freaking clay gong.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they've only been in that one game as well, so it'd be really cool to see them return.
Yeah, get a little recognition for once.
There's so much potential. It's just a matter of they'll use any of it.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, something that I thought would have been like a really good idea, and I'm surprised that they still to this day haven't done this, as far as I'm aware. You remember in the story mode of Monkey Ball 2, there was all those like robot EiEis that Bad Boon was making.
Yeah.
Like, why can you not play as the robot EiEi? That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah,
that'd be kind of funny.
I would love something like that. I'm trying to think if there's any.
There better be a Bad Boon skin. I swear. Come on, do it.
Yeah, surely. If you complete story mode, like you should unlock Bad Boon as a playable character. Surely. Like I'm surprised that wasn't in Super Monkey Ball 2.
I think at the very least, like even if they don't want to go the full extent of he's playable, like just let EiEi
skin,
wear
like wear his lab coat or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You beat story mode and then EiEi gets his costume. It's like what?
He literally steals his clothes, like in the game.
God, I'm trying to think what else, but there's so many different things they could do. Or again, like I said, if they do different Sega characters, like maybe, oh look, EiEi's dressed as Samba de Amigo. That's wacky, huh? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of different routes they could go.
There's so many ways things we get. I feel like we haven't even talked about like the graphics. Like there's so much stuff to talk about in this game. It's ridiculous.
Graphics are so fucking good looking.
Yeah.
Have we seen the like any of the menus yet? Because that's one thing that
We've
probably
seen
isn't going to be as good
A
as the
little bit of
original.
menu. I don't think we've seen like the main menu. We've seen like options.
Right.
we
It kind of it just has the like yellow and black theme in like Banana Blitz HD, doesn't it? I am a fan of that, but it's not quite as charming as the originals.
I am worried it's just gonna be like the Banana Blitz HD menu just like redone. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it probably is going to be a bit like that, but I mean, at least it's only a menu. So long as the main game looks good, it's better than it could be.
So much charm in the original one, though. I don't know.
I know.
That's a matter of we gotta wait.
I do. Didn't the HUD also kind of have that thing going on?
Yeah, it's slightly improved from Banana HD, but it's relatively similar.
Mm.
At least it has
do
the
get-
mini map, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, I only saw that recently. That's really good how they're bringing that back.
Yeah.
I do definitely think it seems as though they're building this game from the corpse of Banana Blitz HD, which is understandable, but they seem to be overhauling it quite a
Will
lot.
it
which
still
is
be
fascinating.
Unity? Who knows?
Oh, God. Let's go.
That'll be the best Unity game ever made.
I mean, if it's faithful enough, they'll nail it.
Yeah,
Wow.
so long as it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really all I care about.
the game comes out and it just sucks.
That'd be so depressing.
I'd be so sad.
I mean, to be fair, PC modders would just like mod it, but everybody else would be like sad.
yeah, you could just like fix the physics and all would be well.
Just all the console versions would be completely destroyed
Just unusable.
forever.
I mean, with all of the work that they're putting into this, there's no way that they're going to mess up something as fundamental as that. Like,
Yeah,
they seem to be
like-
putting so much care into this.
Like,
So
it's definitely gonna be
I
different.
have
but I think
high
it'll
hopes.
still be good enough. where it's
Yeah,
like-
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be going like, oh, we're gonna have all this DLC and an art book and like all these bonus modes if the fundamental game did not work.
Yeah, exactly. That's my
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I like to call the Battlefield Peanut Bomb Rehydrate effect, where everything is good except for the gameplay.
God. Load times. Well, all right. Do we have anything else?
We can say the game's really good. Have
Game
we said that yet?
fuckers.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say thank you, Sega, for not being dumb. Please.
For
Thank
what?
you.
That's something I was gonna mention when Aaron was talking. Is
We need to like appreciate that they actually care.
It's so weird that like at every turn where they could have done something wrong, they didn't, seemingly. Because that's the
Yeah.
most fucking Sega thing to do, is like, you have this really promising thing, oh, but here's a mistake, and here's a mistake, and oh, they're compounding, oh, it's bad now. But like this, I haven't seen a single like misstep so far.
Yo, let's make a perfect 3D Sonic engine and then add Werewolf to it. That's a good idea.
Exactly, it's always like shit like that. It's like, let's give Sonic a serious story, except it's bad.
Yeah, it's just making me a little bit nervous that something later down the line is going to come up and ruin the whole thing, but I'm hopeful that that's not going to
So
happen.
far, it doesn't like it's funny because like this is like the complete opposite of like most games. Like the more information we know, the better it gets. That's not.
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly. Yeah, it's
That
making me
doesn't
nervous.
happen. That never happens.
It's anxiety inducing that it looked this good, absolutely.
Like, you actually gonna pull through, please?
Locked 20 FPS on Switch.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think that.
If this game comes out though, and all of this stuff is in the game, and like the physics are good, and like everything that we've been talking about actually happens, I really
Yeah.
do think that this stands a really good chance of being the best
Yeah,
game
I
in the
mean-
entire series.
That's nice.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I mean, it took them what 15 years. They can thank you.
That's the cool thing is like, if we're assuming like not worst case scenario, but if we're assuming like okay, it's all the stuff that's been talked about, and the physics are like all right, and no additional content, or like every piece of additional content after that is bad. We're still looking at one of the best Monkey Ball games.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like,
I think
definitely.
it's easily. I mean, from what we know at the moment, it's probably going to be better than Deluxe at the very least.
Which is nice. 'cause
Yeah.
Deluxe is cool, but like, come on.
Yeah.
If
Come
it's
on.
just a feature-rich version of Deluxe, it's already taken.
Like
my
even better Deluxe. Sign me up, buddy.
Oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
That's,
ready.
that's not bad for a franchise that was dead for 7 years and
Yeah,
then
I mean, the fact that I like very desperately want to play it very badly is a good sign.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fact that out of like everything that was talked about at E3, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is like one of my most anticipated titles. I mean, that says a lot.
Yeah, the only thing that rivals it is like Metroid Dread, and that's Metroid Dread, so that's
exactly.
pretty impressive.
Like, it's very telling to me that Nintendo had one of the best directs I've seen in a very long time.
I think it's their best direct, honestly. That's like kind of a controversial opinion.
I
But-
can't think of a better one offhand.
The closest one would be 2017, but I feel like 2017 had more issues.
Yeah, no, this one went very smooth with a bunch of good announcements, and yet Monkey Ball I will say I'm excited.
Powers above all.
for Dread, but I've yet to play a lot of Metroid, and so currently Monkey Ball is the thing that I am most excited for.
I think I'm like tied between both, but
Yeah, both
But
look
either way,
really-
it's super good that it's like that high up.
yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
No, like it is cool to see like everyone I saw who watched the direct reacted positively to it. Like it seems like they could have a pretty easy W here.
Let's go.
Which
Not
yeah,
L. That's
Didn't
surprising.
didn't think I was gonna be able to get to say that about a franchise that when I was getting back into it hadn't had a game in 7 years at all.
We're now at Sega 1, Jonii 30, but at least I got one. I got one.
God,
You did it,
one.
Sega.
Let's go. I hope they manage to get 2, but we'll see how this game turns out first.
Yeah, I'm excited. Honestly, if they make a new game after this, that's gonna be probably even more hype because that means there's new content, which is
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but the
that-
thing is that if they do go in that direction and make a brand new game after this, we'll always still have this to go back to, even if
Yeah.
that new one's bad. So
Oh,
either
exactly.
way, it's still a win.
Yeah.
honestly, it just makes me more excited for the future of Monkey Ball than I was like. You know, it's kind of funny. We're kind of like, it's kind of almost like the first freaking beginning podcast episodes where we're like super not sure.
Yeah, that's
Now
the
it's like a
cool
positive
thing.
not sure. It's not like I guess
I'm not
maybe
sure.
they won't mess it up. Now it's like Sega, come on.
That's the cool thing is if they manage to nail a remake of this, I'm way more hopeful for the future of the franchise because they've proven that they get it. For one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of
for-
like exactly how I feel about the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series at the moment as well,
Exactly,
because
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
just like dead for so long, and then
Slowly
they released
went
the remake
downhill
of 1 and
and
2.
And got a remake.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, and just now I
that
kind of
good.
want them to just do a brand new one because like I know that they can do it now.
Even though now they're making Call of Duty games, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true,
That
yeah.
was
Well,
the cool part though, is
okay.
because there was a remake of Pro Skater like a couple years prior that sucked, and like now they did this one, and it rules. So it's like, oh okay, you get it. You know how to make a good one of these.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to just like, let's just try that again. Maybe it'll work next time.
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very optimistic for this game and for this franchise as
Yeah,
a whole.
I think we should end with a round of applause for Sega for finally not messing up.
Definitely, yeah.
I guess we'll just follow this. Thank you, Sega. Let's go.
Now do the same with Sonic, please, God.
Yeah. All right. Any jokes anyone wants to say to end it?
Potassium. Oh, it's fucking happening! Holy shit!